Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to day 188 of trying a new makeup product every day. Today I'm going to be trying out the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. So I recently picked this up from Ulta. I picked it up in the travel size because that's just something I like to do when I'm trying out a product that's on the pricier end and I don't know if I'm gonna like it, so I like to try out the travel size version so that it's a lower price and less product, because if I don't like it, I don't have as much product to use up, you know? I also feel like I rarely ever finish products, so if I can get a travel size, maybe I'll actually be able to finish it or have less waste. This travel size version retails for $15. I feel like it's blending in with my background. I just switched up my background. I don't really know if I'm feeling it. This is an old one that I used to use. I think I'm gonna go and try and find some new ones to like change it up a bit. Let me know what you think. One of my favorite YouTubers is Casey Holmes, and she loves this Smashbox Primer Water, which is pretty much the main reason that I wanted to try it out. But it does sound great. It claims to hydrate skin for hours, and it's infused with electrolytes, so it's supposed to be like a very great base for makeup. Today I'm just going to apply it and then I'll put my foundation on top of it and we'll see how it actually looks on my skin. I personally have like combination skin. I'm dry around my chin, but then I get more oily on my forehead and my nose. My cheeks, I wish my whole face was like the skin on my cheeks, because it just stays like soft and nice, doesn't get oily or dry. So I'm dealing with a lot. I'm gonna go ahead with a few spritzes. That was a really light, refreshing mist. I like the sprayer of this bottle. So a little pro tip here, if you like the spray bottles and you finish a product, just hold on to them, refill them with other products. I've done that with my Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray because I really like those spray bottles. And then I got the Mario Badescu facial spray, and I didn't really like the spray applicator on that as much, so I poured it into my old Urban Decay All-Nighter bottle and it worked great, because the Mario Badescu is a lot cheaper than the Urban Decay All-Nighter. And I didn't really get a strong fragrance from this, but I did get a slightly, somewhat florally scent. I know that they do make kind of like limited edition scented versions of this, but I just have the original formula. So I feel like it's dried down on my face and it's left a somewhat shiny, dewy finish. My skin really does feel hydrated. It kind of like, the texture feels like I have a light layer of an oil, which like I love to use oil products on my face, but I hope that this doesn't make me greasy or not mix well with my foundation. Today I want to wear my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow foundation. This is one of my all-time favorites. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this and I'll come back with my final thoughts on this Smashbox Primer Water. Okay, so my foundation is applied and holy moly, my skin texture looks absolutely perfect. Like, I'm getting some kind of hydrated, dewy glow. I am wearing the Pro Glow foundation, but I feel like my skin just looks a little bit more dewy than normal because of how hydrated it is. Like on my very dry chin, where I do tend to have dry patches, it's looking totally smooth. And I've been having a lot of issues lately with just like foundation on my skin gathering in the dry patches, and I think that this primer water is really going to help with that. And then I do deal with large pores along my cheeks and my nose, and this primer water, it didn't even really claim to fill in pores or anything like that, but it doesn't even look like I have pores. Like, it really did just create this really nice kind of film layer on top of my skin so that the foundation would just sit so smoothly. Like, my skin texture right now doesn't even look like I have makeup on. There's no caking, no smudging and gathering. The foundation just applied perfectly on top of this primer water. I'm actually very surprised that just what seems like an average spray bottle of basically water would do such wonders to my skin. Like, I'm really understanding why this is so high rated, and I'm like, maybe I should have gotten the larger bottle. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup and come back to use it as a setting spray, which is another use that this product claims to be used for. I'll go ahead and put on my concealer, I'll set that, I'll add on my bronzer and blush, probably fill in my eyebrows, add some mascara, pull this look together, and then I'm gonna come back and set it all with the primer water spray. Okay, I'm back with more of my makeup applied. I actually decided not to put on mascara because I like to set my makeup before putting on mascara because sometimes it causes my mascara to smudge and I don't want that. But loving how my makeup is looking, and I want this to be able to last me all day because I'm actually going to an indoor football game tonight. It's kind of like a pre-birthday celebration. I've never even been to an indoor football game. I didn't even realize that existed until not too long ago. So I'm excited for that, but it might be a pretty late night and I'm putting this makeup on early in the day, so I really want it to last. That's why it's very important to set it, and hopefully this Smashbox primer water helps it stay because I worked very hard to get this makeup today. Yeah, I definitely get a very nice scent, but it's very light. After I set my makeup, I like to fan it. And I fan until all of the liquid has dried. All right, so now my makeup is set, and I definitely feel like that Photo Finish primer water added some nice dewiness and glow to my skin, which had been very powdered down and mattified. So now I feel like my skin looks more natural and less powdery and makeup-y. So yay, I'm very happy with this purchase. I know that I'm going to continue to use this every day. Probably in order to conserve the product, I'm going to mostly only use it as a primer and then just use one of my less expensive setting sprays to finish my face, just so I can keep this longer because I just love what it did to the base of my skin. When I travel, this will be great to bring just this as my makeup spray, so then I'll use it to prime and then set my makeup, so then it's less like bottles of liquid to travel with. But yay, very happy with this. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day, and I will see you tomorrow in my next video.